Clock out, come home, and drink away. To bash and burn the weekly plays. Douchey calls and sweaty balls, this is Scotch Sporting.
Finger guns.
Never gets old, does it?
It never gets old when I say it. So I wanted you guys, before I joined, before we started recording, were insulting kale.
Yeah, well, kale is disgusting.
As a salad, we were insulting it.
Like, imagine going. Okay, but here's the thing. Let's start the conversation correctly, because I went to a beautiful hamburger place today.
Right.
A restaurant that is aptly named Hamburger. And
no U though. Just no U.
And no E.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's HAMBRGR. And
how fancy.
I was looking at the menu and I noticed they have a kale salad, and I'm thinking to myself, and I said to the person I was with, imagine coming here and ordering a kale salad. And as we were leaving, there was a dude on the patio who had ordered a kale salad.
Tyler accidentally turned off his video, I think.
Yes.
Or he's gone.
Did.
It's like going to Steak Fest and ordering a salad. It's like, why?
Specifically a kale salad.
Yeah.
Mark is offended by someone ordering. Did he order anything else? Did you see?
Well, it had like breaded chicken on it.
But he wasn't like, I will take a hamburger and also a kale salad.
Correct.
He went to a burger place and ordered a salad. So Mark is offended. Mark is offended because this guy ordered a salad.
No, I'm offended because he got the salad at a burger place. I'm saying it's like if you go to Steak Fest, you order a salad. It's like, why?
Right. And Chris is offended because he hates kale.
Yes. Kale.
Tyler,
kale is...
you are anti-kale as well?
I'm just like anti-green things, really.
Oh, no.
Get out of here,
Green's
broccoli.
green, man.
Get out of here, asparagus. Get out of here, green beans. Green
That's
peppers.
not true, Tyler. Green chilies.
Yeah, but I wait for them to turn red these days now, so...
Oh.
Wow. So you just hate vegetables.
I don't hate vegetables. I just don't like the green ones.
Wow.
What's in
I honestly don't like broccoli.
What?
I don't really like broccoli. But I'm the same. I'll eat it, but I don't want it.
You never had it prepared right then, because...
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking, Mark, like a wok style broccoli?
Oh, stir fry.
Yeah.
Oh, listen.
My mom...
Stir fry. No. That doesn't fucking count.
It's still broccoli.
Right, but that doesn't count. When we're talking about eating broccoli, you're talking about eating broccoli. Like just broccoli.
Who does that? Who
not
just
with
eats...
fancy sauce on it.
White people.
Yeah.
White people, Mark.
I was like, raise my hand. I'm like, yeah, thanks, white people.
White people.
No, mine's got to be like sauteed in oyster sauce,
right?
Nice
and
style.
That is delicious because you're not tasting the broccoli at that point. You're tasting everything else.
You pretend it's a tree, and
I don't think Tyler would even eat that. It sounds like he just...
No, I would eat it. I would eat it.
What's a non-green vegetable? Just carrots?
Carrots I enjoy. Red peppers.
Yellow peppers?
Yellow peppers. Orange peppers.
You don't like lettuce? So you hate salads altogether then?
Green peppers are horrifying to be Tyler.
My enjoyment of a salad is literally just cut up carrots, but like peppers, like no lettuce. I just want.
You're a crudité guy.
Yeah.
Rather than a salad.
Like there's no. I don't feel there's a point to lettuce. So
you guys, So I wanted to defend kale on record, but this has become something else.
It's leafy green vegetables altogether.
Yeah, this is a deep insight into Tyler's psyche.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No, don't apologize. We need to know.
But you use like parsley and mince and stuff when you cook, though. No,
yeah, but those aren't. Oh yeah. But
what's dinner? What's dinner for you?
That would be again. That's cooking, right? Like I don't know. What is? I like Asian foods.
There's a lot of green stuff in Asian food.
But you don't taste the
like
green
poison
stuff.
and oyster sauce and fish sauce.
Yeah, we don't need it raw though. We're not. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Broccoli raw is the worst thing ever.
Oh, I don't know about the worst thing ever.
Are you saying broccoli raw?
Brussels sprouts are pretty terrible.
Yeah, I don't like those either.
See,
Those are
I
gross.
feel about Brussels sprouts the way you just jumped on Tyler about broccoli is you have not had them cooked right then. You roast them at 425 for 25 minutes. Do not touch them. They come out very crispy. And then you put you just put buffalo sauce on them.
See, now I like
Oh,
the
Sauce
sauce.
on anything, it's good.
Yeah. If
You
you
don't-
put buffalo sauce on anything, you could
Yeah.
put bugs in front of me. If they had fucking
Yeah.
buffalo sauce on them, I'm probably
I'm
eating
eating
them.
that.
Yeah.
But that's so Tyler and I come from similar backgrounds where our people boil everything,
Yes.
and
Or
that's
steam
considered
it.
that's considered cooking. And so Brussels sprouts, like the English way, are
Oh.
horrible.
Mushy peas. Oh,
I
not a big
I think I
fan.
have a nostalgia for mushy peas, but they're not good. Have you guys
Not
heard of
good.
mushy peas?
Heard of
It's
what?
I swear it was a joke that British people came up with like in the 1600s and were like, well, we got to lean into it now. And when you get fish and chips, like true fish and chips, they should come with a little side of mushy peas. So if you've ever looked at peas and thought, I would like these the consistency of oatmeal, please, the Brits have done that for you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And it's
Brits.
a side dish. The people that brought you Stargazy pie, which is, if you haven't Googled it, you should Google it. I wanted to defend kale, so here's my thing. I hate soggy lettuce. If a salad has been dressed for more than like an hour, I want nothing to do with it.
That's
Lettuce,
why I asked for dressing on the side.
yeah, lettuce on a
Can't do it.
sandwich. Get the fuck out of here.
How do you feel about warm lettuce?
Worse,
Oh,
even worse.
no.
Like honestly, go fuck yourself.
It's gotta be cold and crisp.
Yeah. Cold and
People-
crisp. And romaine.
I-
I only really like romaine.
I sat next to someone, I believe it was Ray, our friend, who ordered, I think it was at Allen's Steak Fest, a grilled romaine salad, and I couldn't sit beside him because it was horrifying.
Sorry, a grilled
It was
salad?
grilled. They took like a stalk of romaine, cut it in half, and grilled it. So it had char. So I love kale because you can dress it, and the next day it's still fine.
Okay.
It's still the integrity of kale. Like it doesn't get soggy.
Right. But then you remember that it's kale. So-
That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Okay.
To be able to make a big salad for dinner and have leftovers the next day. Otherwise, I'm making salad, and it's just the two of us until this piece of poo eats food.
I use potatoes.
He's a beer of poo right now.
Hmm.
He's a real sack of poo. So I make a big salad for Dave and I, and if I don't make it with kale, it goes to waste. Dave will eat it. Dave will eat salad that I made 3 days ago.
Right.
But so I wanted to jump on air and defend it. But then now it's become about Tyler and his weird aversion to anything green.
So Tyler has an aversion to green foods. I have an aversion to white foods. Although I've gotten over it, but at one point in my life, I would, if it was white, I probably wasn't eating it.
What's
The
it like?
marshmallows? No.
Marshmallows were an exception. It was very inconsistent. It was very inconsistent.
Was it
If
like
it had
white
sugar,
sauces?
Like, listen, if you give me the Oreo and it's just the filling, any point in my life, I'm eating that. But
Yeah. So what are you turning down? Eggs, I guess.
not a fan. Milk, Alfredo
What
sauce.
scrambled the eggs? That way it's not white. It's just
Oh yeah,
yellow.
no, scrambled eggs are fine. I prefer scrambled eggs anyways, or an omelet. Omelets are the best.
Oh, no, omelets are gross.
What?
I think I'm not an egg fan either. Like
Okay.
when if
Oh,
my
but-
egg didn't dump like maybe 2 cups of cheese to every 1 egg,
Yeah,
I didn't want to do them.
that's the trick. And then you throw some green peppers and some fucking ham and some
I like
onions.
a good runny egg with toast. Again, British. Like you want the thing,
So
you want
toast-
it.
Your fingers?
Toast point. Soldiers. You want to dip them
Soldiers,
in. Yeah.
No.
I feel you.
Cauliflower. What couldn't you eat? What was
Cauliflower
that?
definitely is still out. I hate cauliflower.
well then you haven't had them again with the buffalo sauce
There-
because
but-
that's pretty popular.
And
now.
I've had people
fried.
tell me that like if you there's places that do cauliflower wings. So they basically take cauliflower and
Yeah.
treat it like it's
But
a wing,
you're
and you can't
taking
tell.
cauliflower-
And I'm like,
you're
you can
deep
tell it's not
frying-
chicken.
You can tell it's not chicken, but you can't tell it's cauliflower. Like they deep fry it
Mhm.
and then smother it in sauce.
And
like
then people-
again,
And people
anything's
try
good.
to tell me that this is healthy.
No,
Is deep
sir.
fried
No, no, no.
cauliflower healthy? Because I can't imagine that it is.
You know what's
There
funny?
are-
They just added that item on the Salt Lake menu, Tay. You would love it. It's fantastic.
Cauliflower?
Buffalo deep fried cauliflower.
Ooh.
Damn.
So you gotta come to Hamilton.
I should have went there today.
We're looking into potential Grey Cup tickets, but I think they're movie expensive right now.
Yes. Oh well. I mean, no,
I mean,
no.
through us, it might be, is it cheaper through us?
It's too late now.
Oh, is
It's we looked at it through Gabe. It's a little bit more, I think,
Yeah.
but it's cheaper. It was cheaper than face value, but it was still like only I wanted to go.
Right.
Yeah.
So we would have had to like pay for both of us.
And don't
And
forget
Neil
it's
had a good time.
It's in
December.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I wanted
think
to do that though with
I
you
think-
guys.
in 2023 it'll be moved up because they were planning on moving it up to the first week in November, I think, anyways, or maybe the second week in November. So it'll be moved up the next time it's in Hamilton.
We solved this, right? Just have it only in BC ever.
Yeah, or you can open it up and like figure out how to do it in Skydome again.
Ew.
Wow.
Yeah, ew.
All right, then let's all head to Montreal, get in the Big O, baby.
That's probably just as bad.
It's
Yeah, I can't
probably
believe it.
worse. Is
Oh,
that
hello.
where the fucking Rays are gonna play?
There's no other stadium.
Oh man, imagine playing in like a fucking 50-year-old stadium.
Yeah, and can you imagine like coming from Tropicana Field and being like, "Oh my God, at least we get
Oh,
out of here." And
yeah,
go
and
to
then it's like-
the fucking Big O.
It's
They're
exactly
probably
the
like, oh,
same.
this is an upgrade.
I don't know, man. I mean, I've been to Tropicana. I've never been to the Big O, but I've been to Tropicana, and it's bad.
The Big O is very nice. I feel like the Big O is the dome. Like it's very 90s. It was probably very, very cool.
90s. Wasn't that fucking thing
but-
built in the 60s?
Oh yeah, but it's got the era. It just feels
Yeah.
very 90s to me. I don't know.
State
Like,
of the art one was first built for the Expo.
exactly. Like the dome was state of the art, and like, wow, a moving roof. Should we look into anything else? Like, no, this
Nah,
is
we're
fine.
good. We're good.
No, we're cool.
Just concrete it all.
Everything concrete. The seats, concrete. Let's go. The fucking turf, concrete. Do it.
Concrete.
I
They just
got
spray painted the green
That's
for
right.
the outfield.
a question for you guys as I have the baby on my lap. So we got tickets to the Leafs Bruins game
Mhm.
a couple weeks.
Ooh.
Not. I think it's next Saturday.
It is.
Coming up all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Do I bring the baby knowing that I bring him just to be a human shield?
Yeah. You would put him in the Bruins shirt, and then anybody who's like starts shit, you just hold the baby up and say,
And you get the yellow earmuffs.
yeah, yellow earmuffs, exactly. They
So
gotta be
I
yellow.
don't want to bring him because mom has got to have a good time. And like, I feel anxious because we still are at the tail end of a pandemic. I know it feels like we're so far out of it. Yeah, you want to come?
See?
Yeah, you want to come? But I would genuinely be bringing him just to be a human shield.
Right.
Do we? Then we're fine with this.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you do the same. You don't do the same.
Yeah, you have children for that reason.
Just to get out of a sticky situation.
To get out of doing things you don't want to do, and get you out of sticky situations. Exactly. Like someone's like, "Hey, I need you to do this. Hey, can you come do this thing?" Oh, I can't. I got the kid. I can't.
Sorry, I got a kid. Because I've been to games before in my gear, and I've been through this. I've been yelled at and sworn at, and all that stuff. But I'm like, hey, I have a baby now. I don't have to deal with this anymore. Can't yell at a baby. Although I did put up that poll on Instagram, and it was surprisingly divided, including the baby's own father voting for he would boo the baby. So that was a fun discussion.
Yeah, I'm trying
I mean,
to
he was
think
going to punt the baby, so
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
is
think.
it really shocking?
if If a baby showed up at a Ticats game with Argos gear on, would I boo the baby? Because the answer is
Would you-
probably yes.
I would.
Yeah.
You probably try and adopt the baby or like kidnap it and
Right,
then
to-
argue
to-
extenuating circumstances,
To
like
raise
abuse.
it correctly, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was saving it from an abusive situation.
Sir, could you describe the abusive situation? Well, they were trying to raise it as an Argos fan.
Yeah.
You can
And then
see.
go, what? Ooh, what are the Argos?
That's right. What exactly would you say the Argos are?
Well, we were thinking if we don't go to the Grey Cup, we'd come and party
I like it.
and do the celebrations and the tailgating and the.
I don't know how
Sounds
much
like-
of that we're gonna get. It's looking pretty grim. That's why they gave us 2023, because they know we're kind of getting the shaft.
Oh,
Hey, we'll just go to Salt Lake. They'll be fine.
That's fine. That's fine with
because
me.
I come with a Riders fan. I don't know if that changes anything.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Especially if
Okay.
the Riders are in the game. Oh,
She is
God.
nice. She's not one of those like
Okay, good.
stupid.
Then that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's I think,
yeah.
And again, she might listen to this. I'm not sure, but I think you can split those into two sentences. She is lovely and wonderful and one of my best friends. Pause. Full stop. She is also an insane Riders fan.
Right.
So I don't know. She can be both things. They're not mutually exclusive.
But her nephew's a Ticats fan, right? Was it her nephew?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, then
yes.
Yeah.
then he
her
can come.
nephew raised in Regina
He can come.
has rebelled as a Ticats fan.
I love it. I love this kid.
Like her family was all Leafs fans, and a couple of her one of her brothers at least is a Canadians fan, and they're all obviously Riders fans, and the one nephew turned out a Ticats fan. So you never know what's going to happen to your children. You can be whoever you want to be, pal. Just go to sleep.
He's gonna be a Leafs fan.
He can't. And I'm fine with that because I don't want him to get beat up in school. Like
Right.
anything to get him bullied, I'm like, just whatever. So if he's like, my friends are all Leaf fans, I'm like, I don't care. Just do whatever your friends do. That's fine. Just be popular. Because in the end, that's all that matters, right?
Being popular, yeah.
Yeah.
In high
Obviously.
school, it's the only thing that matters is being popular in high school, because after high school, life's over.
Life is over.
It's different now. You got to get the clicks on the TikToks and Instagrams or whatever is going to be the new social media thing in 10,
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah.
I just,
oh,
if any,
God, I can't
I don't
even
know if you guys
imagine.
all felt the same. Like if any teens are listening to us, dear God, why? But like, high school is so meaningless.
It is the epitome of meaningless.
It's so meaningless.
Yeah.
Like you think
And
whatever happens
you
in
think
high
it's
school
everything.
will affect the rest of your life, but holy crap,
Yeah.
completely meaningless.
Once you get out, you're like, that's when life starts.
Yes, university, college, or whatever you do post high school, that's meaningful. High
Yes.
school. I don't know. How many people do you guys talk to from high school still?
I still have a select group of friends, but not super tight as
Yeah,
they used to be.
I mean,
Yeah.
zero that I see on a regular basis.
Yeah, Tyler, same.
Yeah, same. I
Yeah.
speak to probably a handful.
Yeah, I have my two best friends, but we were friends in elementary school. So it's like, I don't. People, kids, again, turn us off, please.
Yeah.
You will gain nothing from this podcast. Aside from that piece of advice. Okay, shall we, friends,
Let's do it.
jump in? If you hear weird noises in the background, the baby has the hiccups.
Yes.
So this is fun. As long as you're quiet, you can stay up and hang out. Just be quiet. You had too much. Don't smile at me. Okay. So, oh boy, we're gonna start. Hold on, I gotta scroll down. Can I hold the bottle with my boob? Okay. So the Scotch Sporting leadoff, where we take 5 very relevant topics. We have 1 minute to talk about them. Highly recommend, gents, if you skip ahead and click on the Lululemon one. I would love you to take time to digest what this
I'll
stuff
show
looks
it on. I'm gonna show it on the screen.
Okay, great. So maybe we'll take some to show it on the screen and then we'll start the clock. But we're going to start with Desean Watson to Miami. We've talked about him for a couple weeks. As you know, there's 22 allegations leveled against Desean Watson for sexual assault. Mark is very happy with that. For some bizarre reason.
Bad timing. Oh, it's awful timing.
Wow, that's awkward. If we can clip that as an audio or video clip. So it's rumors. It's a whole bunch of things that Deshaun Watson does not want to play for the Texans, but the Texans are also like, we don't want you either. Thanks so much, because got a lot of shit going on. So he hasn't started a game. There's been rumors about him being traded. Miami apparently has a deal in place, but the deal is pending his legal issues getting resolved. The bonus lulls for this is this guy has a no trade clause somehow, and he's only waived it for Miami. That's insane. Okay, so my question for you guys is: is Miami going to stick to their guns, or will another team pick him up, or is anything going to get resolved? Like, is this going to be? Is my question.
Well, another team can't pick him up because that's the only team that he's waiving.
Well, he could waive it. If he waives it for the Dolphins.
He's waiting for the Dolphins because he wants to go to Miami.
Right. Who doesn't want to go to Miami?
Yeah.
The women, for one.
That's true. Yeah.
The mass exodus. Every woman leaves Miami.
Ooh, story.
I don't know. I think he's gonna end up playing there because they asked Goodell about him being on the exemption list, and he's like, oh, there's not enough. 22 accusations isn't enough. Okay.
Yeah. So do you think he's like, is Miami gonna yield to this? Or
I say he's gonna end up for sure in Miami, and he's gonna play.
Yeah. They've had enough of Tua. It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's done. Sorry. Okay. So this will have to be done by the end of the month.
Clock out.
Oh, love it. Okay. World Series Game 1, guys. The Dodgers, after dumping everything they had financially and farm system wise, is out hilariously to the Atlanta Braves. So it is the Braves versus the cheaty Houston Astros. Is two questions for you, gents. Is every single human being cheering for the Atlanta Braves? And everyone
is not an Astros fan.
Everyone in Canada is because of Alex Anthopoulos. And then the sub story, which I found afterwards, Charlie Morton got out there and threw 16 pitches on a broken leg, and then apologized that he didn't get to pitch more. Second question: did we find the only baseball player who isn't a giant man baby? Go. Let's start him. We're all cheering for the Braves, right?
How could you not? How could you not? The alternative is the cheaters. No thanks.
Yeah. Not that, but this team's doing it without their best player.
True.
And out for almost half the year.
That's crazy.
And we didn't talk about this last podcast when we were talking about how to fix baseball, but I had the stats of payroll, and it is an incredibly high payroll in the Houston Astros versus, I believe, 15th in the Atlanta Braves. So not like bottom of the barrel, like not the Rays, but still down there.
But it's only because all their good players are still on rookie contracts. That's the only reason why they're 15th. Because Acuna should be making Bryce Harper money. He's that good.
And then, Chris, question for you we'll get there. Is the tomahawk chop racist?
Yes. It is.
Clock out.
Thank you. No, that's all.
It is.
Yep. Okay, so Mark is decked out in Maple Leafs gear. He's got a Leafs jersey.
Tyler is in the arena. Look at this guy.
Tyler is in the ACC. The Leafs are playing the
We'll fix it in
Chicago
post.
Blackhawks.
Wow, that's fun. And the score is currently
It's over. Leafs win in overtime, 3-2.
okay.
Wow. Okay. So early. We just stopped talking about it. Struggles are over.
That was the excitement punch during topic number 1.
Yeah.
Mm.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves because they were down 2-0 to a team that up until this game hadn't had a lead in any game for a single second at all year.
Wow.
So coming back to down 2-0 against this team,
Oh, you
I'm
can start the
surprised.
clock. Yes. If he's going off, you gotta hit go.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yep, there we go. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, well, I just want to finish the point that still coming back down from 2-0 to win, still defeating its own.
So they won, but you're not happy. Who scored?
Willie Nylander got the overtime goal. Tavares had a nice backhander goal from Marner.
But again, Matthews, like the people that they're
Matthews
paying.
did not score a goal. Marner still hasn't scored a goal. So the offensive struggles are still there.
Are we burning it down, gentlemen, Tyler and Mark, or are we letting fire to the parade route, or
because
the
Colorado's
parade
has
route
the
is
same issues right
always
now.
there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you got how much tied up in those three guys? It's like 35 mil or something like that.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Tavares is 11.
You got to get rid of one of them.
11.
You have to get rid of one of them.
But that's
why?
easier said than done because first of all, the cap size, given the
Watch out.
landscape of the NHL right now, where no salary is going up, it's going to be hard to fit that cap under your own
Right.
team.
But yeah, okay. We got to move on. Time's up.
okay? I mean, this is really for TikTok views. But really, I just thought I look for the stories that we can talk about quickly, and I kind of throw them all in one document and I organize them later. And I had a couple about, people that are affecting their teams being unvaccinated. And one of them is Rick, and I mispronounced his name. Don't do the thing. Rick Rovolich. With the coach of Washington State, had been there forever. The team was doing great. He refused to get vaccinated. And I just need to pull up the article because there are some fantastic quotes there. But he basically, I'll do it later. He basically met, the team was like doing everything they could to keep this guy and convince him. And he met with one of the top infectious disease specialists in the state, university professor, and the professor was like, he asked me if Bill Gates was behind the vaccine. Like, these are the kind of questions he was coming to me with. And the college gave him so much time and so much access to information, and he still wouldn't get vaccinated. And then they had a ceremony honoring someone who died of COVID, and the daughter came out and gave a speech and was crying, and they fired the coach. So the coach lost his job because he wouldn't get vaccinated. And then 2 Green Bay Packers were placed on the COVID-19 list, Lazard being one of them, with all speculation that he is unvaccinated, which is why he's on the list, which means he needs to be isolating for 10 days, which means he will miss Thursday. And Mark, please forgive me, who's the other guy who's on the
big one, Devontae Adams.
Thank you. And it's COVID as well?
Yeah, but he has to provide 2 negative tests, so I assume.
Yeah. So the theory is he's vaccinated, and he got it. He
But
2 negative tests.
Be able to make it in time for the Thursday game. So I prepared myself and put him on my injured reserve and picked up someone else just in case.
So we have Lazard, who wasn't vaccinated, who will be missing what is arguably the biggest or one of the biggest games of the Thursday Night Football. It's the undefeated Arizona Cardinals against the Green Bay Packers.
They're 5-1, aren't they? Yeah.
Favorites to be in the Super Bowl, if not win it, and a coach who lost his job at a Division I school because they wouldn't get vaccinated. Guys, is it worth it? Do you want to just flash the graphic for a minute?
I mean, don't do the thing. You are a professional athlete or a coach.
Or this should be do the thing. Like, go fucking get the vaccine.
Just do it. Just do it. I mean,
yeah, I think we need another graphic that is go do the thing.
Right.
Yes.
Get
the
this
thing
chat.
And here's the thing, like the Ontario government put their, reopening plans out, and like they're talking about easing all the vaccine requirements in January and like getting rid of masks by March. Like, this shit's gone in a year. The vaccine mandates, all that shit is gone in a year from now. Just do it for now. Like, what's the problem?
Go do it.
Just go do it. People aren't dying. There aren't bodies fucking piled up in the streets, and there would be if there was a problem.
So the Packers could potentially lose this game.
Yep.
because of the refusal to get vaccinated, and just this is a different topic, but we were, again, Good Morning Football. We wake up and watch it because we have a fucking baby. What else are we going to do? And they're talking, the Cardinals are in a no-win situation. That if they win, it'll be like, well, the Packers did.
Yeah, asterisks, right?
You know, they didn't have Devontae Adams and Lazard, but if they lose, and then if they lose, it'll be, well, see, I told you they weren't legitimate. Like, it wasn't to be.
I mean, you got your injury. That's like saying, again, put an asterisk on the Raptors championship because Kevin Durant wasn't there.
I'm just saying what Good Morning Football said.
Oh, is that what they said?
I didn't say it. Good Morning Football said it. Peter Schrager said it. Okay. So next, I don't know if you guys heard, but there was a couple months ago that Lululemon has taken over for Olympic gear from Roots, from the Bay, been in the past. So again, another like fairly iconic Canadian company, I guess.
I didn't even know Lululemon was Canadian. So there's that.
So they had a fashion show, and here is, and if please check us out on YouTube or Twitch, and we are throwing out the image right now, or just, I mean, Google. I mean, obviously we would like the clicks on YouTube, but feel free to Google Lululemon Olympic gear and follow along with us as we describe what this looks like.
My initial reaction was, is this a deleted scene from The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Chris, if you could scroll down, it's the things in white are okay, but there's a close up, I think, of just maybe it's not
close-ups. No,
it's not loading. I think so.
I've had this loaded for an hour.
There's these very
like
long
links in there that you gotta click on. That'll show a picture.
Oh yeah, maybe. There's these very long, like, sleeveless parkas.
What if I click on
It's
this?
very weird. They're just these weird, like, long puffer vests.
Oh, look at
Oh, here we go,
this!
video.
Look at this! Hope
Yeah,
we don't
that's
get a copyright
weird
strike.
thing. This one, the girls just came to camera.
What was that?
It's a long sleeveless. Hold on.
What is
There's
that?
next scene. Hold on. There she is. This weird long.
Why do I
It's
have
like
to
a
click in the
toga.
middle to pause? Oh,
Some
it's
sort
not-
of toga.
toga.
Yeah. There,
Right.
that girl.
This.
Right there.
Very strange.
It's weird.
Or she just purposely like folded up the clothes to make it look like
It's
that.
weird.
It's all
weird. I
very.
don't like it.
So I mean, we could start the clock, but I feel like.
I mean, we're
Well-
gonna just wing it with the clock.
Can I ask everybody a question?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
has purchased Olympic gear?
I mean,
I
at
have
some point,
mittens.
I
I have
have
Olympic mittens.
I bought a Canada jersey.
Canada
Okay,
jerseys.
no. Like Olympic gear that Roots or Lululemon or whoever has put out, like the Team Canada walk
I got
out to the opening ceremonies gear.
Oh, that stuff?
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Oh, scroll up there. That one. Up. This
This?
thing. This thing.
What?
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
That's John Tavares wearing it too.
What is this?
Do you think the sleeves zip off?
They have to.
Because it looks like a backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
it does.
Okay. Sleeves. If the sleeves zip off, it's like remember we're all kids that grew up in the '90s, except maybe Chris. The schpants, that had the zipper around the knees.
Oh yeah.
No one fucking wore those as shorts. You wore them as weird pants. So this is who would ever wear a long parka without sleeves?
It doesn't make any sense. It's like a
Doesn't
weird.
make any
This is,
sense.
this is something out of like a sci-fi movie. This is a costume, like Mark said. This is
Yeah.
the lost footage from Star Wars Episode 8.
And the kicker. So Tyler asked, "Has any of us bought Olympic gear? Have any of us bought Lulu gear?"
I have actually.
Yes, I have Lulu sweatpants.
They are
Lindsay has.
alarmingly expensive.
Mhm.
Yes.
My blessed mother-in-law, who I don't believe listens to this podcast, so I will be candid, for my birthday said, I will give you, your birthday, I'll give you $100 to spend at Lululemon. And I was like, just fuck, give me the
That's like a shirt.
Just give me the
Eight
cash.
pants.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just
Just one.
please.
I don't,
Yeah, Karen, I want the cash. I
Just-
never shop here.
Exactly. Just give me the cash.
So just no thank you. And so yeah, I found a pair of like shorts that were $80.
Yeah.
And it's so that's the thing that people are angry about is a t-shirt, an Olympic Lululemon t-shirt is $76. And the
What?
parkas will run you, can we guess? Look at John Tavares in
This
his
parka,
stupid-
this
I
John
don't know
Tavares.
who-
that thing is $675.
No. Oh, I just
I'm
saw the
guessing.
price.
I'm
I
guessing.
just saw the price, so I
What
can't
is the
guess.
price?
Okay,
No.
Chris ruined it.
I ruined it
Tyler?
for me.
I was going in the $500 range, so
You were correct. This isn't $500. It's like $560 something.
This one's actually $398.
Oh, because it doesn't have
Oh,
sleeves.
right.
You're right.
But with
This-
taxes included, it's going to be $500.
Look at like this is $368. Look at this thing.
It's so it doesn't
Oh, by the
have
way, you
sleeves.
can't.
No, it doesn't
you
have
can't get
sleeves.
it
It's just a
No, it
it's
does
a
not have
vest.
sleeves.
It's just a stupid vest.
It is a long vest. Oh,
Although technically,
full
you
top.
just need to keep your core.
oh, it rolls up. What the fuck?
Oh, this is
Oh.
just.
No.
Wait, it turns into like a pillow? Did I see that?
Yeah. Oh, go back. Let's click through the images again. Makes great audio, but we'll try and describe it. Can you go? So go to
That
the
looks
first
like a
image
pillow.
again. Can we just click through this adventure?
Yeah.
Look at it
Together?
transform pillow into parka.
So we were just making fun of schpants, kids of the 90s, where you could zip off your pants at the knees and they became shorts. This starts as a bizarre long dress vest. It appears you can zip it off at the hips, and then you can pull a drawstring and tighten it at the hips.
Yeah, I think it gets pulled up. I don't know.
And then you can scrunch it all in a pillow. It appears.
Oh, for 4 payments of $92.
Ooh.
Oh, is that all?
I mean, realistically, all I see is this. All I see is a Jedi tunic.
Mhm.
You know, you got like, I'm just seeing. That's all I see, but less cool.
Yeah,
Oh, way
I-
less cool.
Puffier and much puffier.
Wow. I'm not as offended by the other stuff as I am.
Shit, I got out of the Team Canada stuff.
That's-
There we go.
Who's this dingus?
Yeah. And this
It's
stuff
also
is.
one of those like Lululemon. I think appeals to people like rich women that think they're athletes but aren't. Like I don't know many actual athletes that wear Lululemon.
John Tavares
I'm sorry.
does.
Juan Tavares' face when he looks, I can't with him.
Where is it?
He
Here
is-
he comes.
Hold on, here
Oh,
he.
look
Oh
at
no.
that. See that stash? Woo,
Wait
woo.
for him. It's hard watching this reel to see John Tavares like, yeah,
Bam.
whatever it is.
Look at him. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. We should move on.
We should.
It's
Oh,
too
yeah,
expensive and it's awful.
I think we have 15 minutes for our real deep dive that, I mean, we're laughing. I don't know if Mark wants to cheer advanced now. For our, so hashtag scandals, our deep dive. We have 3.
I can't believe. And baseball. Good for you, baseball.
Good for you,
No
baseball.
active scandal.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they're just very good about paying people off
Right.
now. So we'll start with the Blackhawks one because it's probably the most relevant. Just in terms of what's coming out right now. So Bowen, what's his actual first name? Sorry.
No, Stan, sorry. I think it's dad.
Resigned 20 years with the Blackhawks as GM of the Blackhawks because in 2010 there were substantiated allegations of sexual assault from the video coach against multiple players. One has since come out, and we'll talk about that. And it's one of those things where everybody knew, and everybody kept it quiet.
And
So
I mean, he like I went and read the report because I watched the interview and then I'm like, all right, I need to read the report. And like he said to this guy, Tell anybody and you'll never play in the NHL. And he told people, and he never played in the NHL.
Never played in the NHL. This guy was a first round draft
First round, 11th overall.
11th overall. Yeah.
Beach? Jack Beach?
Single.
Kyle Beach.
Kyle Beach, sorry. So Kyle Beach has come forward and said, I am John Doe from one of these. And it is worth watching the interview with TSN. You can watch it, or there is a transcript. It's very moving.
Yeah.
One of the only things I could think of when I read it was just, this is what women go through.
Right.
You know, I appreciate that all of this is coming to light. I think it sucks that it's because, you know, a man has gone through, but this is what we go, we go through.
Yeah, I mean, and it like, it doesn't matter, man, woman, it's people in power abusing their power.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
It's that belief that I've worked so hard for something and something shitty happens to me that's not my fault. And if I tell anybody this thing that I've worked so hard for will go away.
Or if I don't do the thing, then I won't get the opportunity.
And it did. Just don't do the thing. You can be success, Tyler. Just fucking. I don't know if it was Chris flashing up "Don't do the thing" or Tyler face palming.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Man, I watched this interview and I feel so bad for this guy. He was 21 years old at the time, maybe 20.
Mm-hmm.
He was young, and when you're 20, you don't know shit from shit, man. And this guy, and I read what happened, and like I can't. Oh man, I can't even imagine.
It's made worse when the other players make fun of you,
right?
And make it into a joke.
That's the thing, and where they were calling him, you know,
his
slurs
boyfriend and shit.
Yeah. Like, and they're saying that everybody in the locker room knew that it happened. Everybody in the locker room. Can you imagine living with that?
Did you see Duncan Keith's little post or conference about this?
What did he say? Because he was on the team.
He was just saying, I never knew, despite what the media portrays, like how it was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them probably knew, but I was one of them who didn't know. And I'm thinking, bullshit. You're one of the fucking leaders on that team.
Hey, leader on the team, you know.
Yeah, you knew.
Everybody knew. But
everybody knew.
It's not the depressing. Like, obviously, it's colossally depressing that everybody knew. It's everybody knew and no one did anything.
No one cared. And apparently, Quinville was like, yeah, the Stanley Cup's more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what Duncan Keith kept saying throughout his conference. Like, we were just focused on, winning it and, making it to the playoffs.
Doesn't matter. You ruin someone's life.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Because you have a team that is on the path to win the Stanley Cup. And if you do anything about this scandal, you might not win the cup.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that's not, we were focused on the cup. It's we made a decision.
We made
and
a
the
decision.
Cup is more important.
Right. And this.
I mean, the guy resign. They make him resign, and then they give him a fucking recommendation to his next employment from Quenneville.
There it is. So when did they make him resign?
Apparently, I think it was that summer.
That
a few months
summer?
after
Okay.
they won the cup. Yeah.
And then I don't know if it was the guy that did it or the guy he told, Kyle Beach told, but it was just a heartbreaking line in his interview about seeing him in the parade.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, I just can't imagine, telling someone and then doing nothing and then watching them be celebrated.
Yeah. And get their day with the cup and get a ring and all of this stuff. And
so
he gets a new job and then continues doing that.
Continues doing it, exactly.
Yeah.
Is the cup tainted?
For that year? Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
100%. 100%
sure.
tainted.
I think it'll get taken away.
No.
And then what about, because I think about but I almost forgot his name, Babcock, who was fired. Mike Babcock was fired a couple years ago, and it's like, oh, super racist and kind of abusive, like emotionally to players, and he's not worked since, and I think that was 2 years ago.
Quinville will be gone. Quinville will be gone. He'll be gone in the next week. They're gonna bury him in the next week.
There's a bunch of people out there defending Quinville.
I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can.
Because they grew up in the culture. Like they think that's the culture. So that's
It is the culture of hockey, though.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
No, and that's
change.
the problem, and it needs to change. And this is how you
Hockey's
change it.
fucked up. I've said many times in this podcast, I've known people who played a fairly high levels of hockey, including to the OHL, and it kind of got taken away from them and genuinely fucked them up for life.
Yeah. I mean, we only know like a few of these stories, and there's probably millions of them.
Oh God, yeah.
Right?
Very pridefully, I heard stories of puck bunnies. Which you guys have heard the term of the girls that just hang around the locker room and like those women, like it's a joke to who can do what to puck bunnies, and hockey's fucked up as much as we love it. Of the four, sorry Tyler, I love 5 soccer, yay, 5 major sports, so hockey's probably the one that's maybe the most toxic in terms of
I would say it probably is.
Yeah,
toxic masculinity and because it's white, like it's straight white men running and playing, and so anyone think Quinville won't be gone within the next, let's say, 2 weeks?
Within 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's gone for sure. He's got. There's no way.
He's got that meeting with Bettman tomorrow. Yeah, and then.
Now, does Bettman do it? Does Bettman like ban him from the league, or do the Panthers just fire him?
I think Bettman's going to make the Panthers fire him.
Right.
I think the Panthers will.
Yeah.
The Panthers will fire him.
Now, will the same thing happen to Shoveldayoff in Winnipeg?
Probably.
Yeah.
Pardon me, Will. I just text Dave from downstairs for food for the baby. Yeah, because who the assistant, right? The assistant coach or assistant GM also is still. There's 2 that are currently working.
Yeah, Shoveldayoff.
Yeah.
They're both gone, and they're both done in hockey.
Florida's record right now, like Quinville's one of those coaches of like, you could go down as a legend and you're not anymore. So are any players not necessarily who were abused going to come forward? Is anyone who is going to come and be like, I was silenced, or I'm sorry that I didn't do anything about it, or are they all going to kind of Duncan Keith it of like, we were focused on the cup?
Maybe Duncan Keith it, but they may reach out privately.
Yeah,
because they don't want to have to deal with this. Like,
well, who was the one? Basis. Who was the one who came out and said that everybody knew? It was Seabrook, right?
Was this?
I don't. I can't remember. I think it was him, but someone came out and said, "Hey, everybody fucking knew."
I almost hope that somebody does come out and say, "Listen, this fucking shit happened."
The first guy they're going to probably want to talk to is Taves.
Yeah,
who just came out of COVID, and who was the captain of that team.
Yeah.
Taves had COVID, was on COVID protocol?
He was. He just came back. That's why the media wasn't able to reach him.
Don't do the thing.
Wait, his phone doesn't work because of protocol? His phone's
Sorry,
broken?
I can't. I'm isolated.
Oh, the phone has COVID. I don't want.
I was just like, I'm thinking of the guys that had personality at that time, and I mean, Patty Kane's one of them, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, Patty Kane's fresh off beating up a cab driver back then too, right?
He had his own problems to deal with. We're very sad about this whole situation.
Apparently,
we need to sleep. Obviously, when Mommy's doing a podcast. Yeah, but it can't be hard for a player to come out and say, I was shitty. We were all shitty at the time. Is there anyone who's retired? Corey Crawford, maybe? Like anyone who was part of that run?
He wasn't on the 10 team though. That was Niemi.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Niemi? Okay.
Yeah. He's on the roster. He's on the 2010 roster.
Oh.
He would have been the backup then, because Niemi was the starter.
Yeah, and then went to San Jose and fucking pooped the bed.
So yeah, are we going to see anybody come forward and say, "I'm so
I
sorry"?
don't think any players are going to touch this.
Not publicly.
And
We
and I
handled
don't
it
think
privately.
and I don't think any players are going to get any fallout from this either. This is going to be the people who were in charge, who should have done something, who didn't do something. Those are the people that are going to get in trouble. The players, again, they're going to have that like, oh, maybe they should have said or done something. But at the end of the day, it's not maybe Taves.
But the
He's
players,
the captain, so he has to say something.
Right, he's the captain, so maybe. But again, this kid's not even technically on the team at this point, right? Like he's on a practice squad thing. So again, it's such a weird, like Taves really has nothing there, but everybody knew, right? So I don't know.
yeah, it's like nothing bad will happen if he doesn't say anything now, but everything good will happen if he does.
Yes.
That's true.
Like, what a great guy he'd be to come forward and be like, "I'm so sorry, we fucked up." And I know we talked about it last week, and this is a hashtag of the players. It is the culture, right? Like it's the culture of you bred this in us.
Yeah.
We've been years and years of treating women like this, and making fun of gay people like this, and this is just the culture.
Yep.
It's almost like hazing, and I think they've banned that now in the OHL, right?
Yeah, which is our other hashtag scandal is the Washington football team.
Oh, boy.
And just how this relates to John Gruden, which I think this was 2 weeks ago we talked about John Gruden.
Yep.
So the stuff about him came out because they were investigating Dan Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point, just to get back to the Blackhawks, and I sent this to you guys, but it is worth saying. So the Blackhawks were fined $2 million for covering up the sexual assault.
Yep.
The New Jersey Devils were fined $3 million for skating players, undrafted players, I believe, before they were allowed to. So you are
cap circumvention.
Okay,
Right.
it was
So
it was one of the other
worse.
things. It was Florida or Arizona that skated with undrafted players and also got fined like $3 million, and
Right.
someone made it look like they should have just assaulted them at the end,
Yeah,
and
it
it would have been
less of a penalty.
So sexual assault is 2/3 as important as cap circumvention in the NHL.
It's the 2/3 compromise of the NHL.
That's funny. But then, this is why people don't come forward,
Right.
With the Washington team names, with the John Gruden scandal, so they were looking into Dan Snyder. It was they took away ownership from him and gave it half to the wife because it was so.
I thought it was supposed to be fully to the wife.
She was named co-GM, I think, or something. And so it's like they know this guy's a fucking problem. And so the NFL was looking into, they had their staff looking into 650,000 emails. Anyone heard that giant belch?
That was a good one. That was a good one.
The baby belches like a grown man.
I love it.
It's pretty awesome. My mom's convinced his first word will be burp. They are not releasing the findings from this investigation.
Nope. Because there's worse shit in there.
Yeah.
With more people.
Yeah, look at Jared Jones. He's supporting the not releasing of this.
There's more shit in there.
And like that. I'm just like, fucking Goodell. Oh, wow.
Look at Mark Davis. I mean, the man has a fucking point.
Yeah. Because what did he say, Mark?
He said, put the shit out, pretty much.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing it.
And then didn't they say something about didn't he say something about where the Raiders were used to getting?
Yeah, we're used to getting fucked over.
He said, so Mark Davis with his stupid, it's worth reading about Mark Davis because he's not a bad guy. He just has a terrible
He just
haircut.
has an awful haircut.
He's a good, very progressive guy, stand with the team, Black Lives Matter, all that. He's a great guy.
His Black Lives Matter was a little
He wasn't against it. He wasn't like,
No, but he put out "I Can Breathe."
I
though.
Can Breathe. That was the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
oh, right. Okay, I take back everything I said. If
It's like
you,
his heart was in the
no.
right place, but it's like
His heart's
not what you wanna
exactly.
say.
His heart's in the right place, but
Easy.
maybe.
Just look at the haircut. So he came out and said with the John Gruden scandal, he's pissed because he's like, the NFL clearly knew about this
yeah,
for weeks.
no months. He said they could have told us before so we can handle this, but no, the timing of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's when he said, but whatever, we're the Raiders.
Yeah.
We've done worse. So will we ever, is there going to be more leaks? Will we ever see, and Congress, yeah, thanks for pulling that, like fucking Congress is seeking the documents from the investigation into the Washington football team.
They're not gonna get it. All these fucking billionaire owners, they got
Yeah.
the money to keep this thing locked up.
Well,
Yeah,
someone
they'll
like
never see
John
it.
Gruden stuff, is anyone going to leak anything else from it?
I don't think so. I think we've seen
No.
all the leaks we're gonna see.
And nothing was written down. Apparently, the report was done orally because Goodell didn't want any names to be compromised.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that too. The report was done orally because of how sensitive the topics were.
Amazing.
That way you can't get a leak. You can't get like paper leaks of document leaks because it's done all orally, unless someone recorded the fucking conversation.
And then that's illegal.
Yeah.
Eh,
Depending on what state it's in.
It's true. That's true.
Well, Goodell's a lawyer. I mean, guy knows his shit.
You have to admire, like, in some sick, fucked up way, you have to admire Goodell
Yeah.
because he is brilliant in terms of how much of a supervillain he is.
Why the owners want to keep him as a commissioner, despite the fact NFL players and fans hate him, because the owners love what he's doing.
And he's so brilliant about it.
That's why they love. He's the face of the ultimate supervillains, which are the owners.
He's the guy that could beat James Bond, that like wouldn't reveal his evil plan for world
He's
domination.
Hank Scorpio.
Yes.
He's Hank Scorpio. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And our last,
Yo.
we don't know too much about it because more will come. Why not hit up basketball with the Phoenix Suns? And there's been many a chatter about how incredibly racist and sexist and verbally abusive that organization is. Surprise, is anyone shocked that Arizona
Well,
might
I
be-
mean, yeah, no.
I feel like they're just quietly coming out with stuff under the scandal and now the Blackhawks scandal, like, oh yeah, Phoenix Suns are racist.
The NBA has a history of when they find that shit out, especially with owners, that guy's gone. Like, look at Donald Sterling with the
Yeah.
Clippers. Gone.
And is there a more fun, is it Ballmer?
Steve Ballmer, yeah.
Is there a more fun owner than that guy?
Maybe Cuban.
That Cuban's funny. I think Steve Ballmer genuinely loves owning a team. So this guy's gone, right?
Oh,
If
yeah.
everything comes to being true, oh yeah.
Will we ever know if it's
Yeah,
or not
like
true?
I said, there's precedent with the Donald Sterling.
Yeah.
But I think stuff was written down, like stuff came out and it was provable with Sterling. This is just conjecture and
They had
hearsay.
an audio recording of Sterling, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
it's
did.
something that genuinely came out about that. Whereas this is like, oh yeah, everyone is a racist piece of shit.
But the NBA, unlike the other leagues, is pretty much run by players. So I think we will get-
More will come out. So this, what's it? Why am I blanking on it? Whatever. He's gonna be gone, right? Robert Saver. That's it. Sorry.
yes,
Trevor,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
He'll be gone. What's our prediction for him being gone?
Well, as soon as they find out
I give it a month.
the investigation, yeah.
More Quinville.
More than Quinville, yes. Quinville's
they're still
done.
investigating.
I'm saying
The
Quinville's gone
report
this
for the
week.
Black Sox is done. Yeah, the
Yeah, I'm
report
saying
is out.
Quinville's gone this week.
Yeah,
But we might not even have this episode posted by
yeah,
the time
because he's got
Quinville's
the meeting
gone.
with Batman tomorrow.
So we are recording this on Wednesday, October 27th. We will be posting this on Friday, October 29th. is the prediction by the time your ear holes are listening to our word faces. Joe Quenneville's gonna be gone.
I'm saying yes. I'm saying because the meeting's what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. It's
Yeah,
tomorrow. So
he's
we'll
gone by
find out
Friday
probably
for
tomorrow.
sure. He's gone by Friday for sure.
Tyler?
I don't know. I give him a couple extra days.
So by the time we gather together for our next podcast.
Yes.
Mark?
we'll find out tomorrow.
What's Florida's schedule? When do they play? So they beat the Bruins tonight, which I'm all pissed about, obviously. So hold on, I'm just gonna look at Florida's schedule real quick. They play Friday, Saturday, and then not Thursday. I feel like they're gonna wait for a break in the action.
Why?
That's true. No, I'm gonna go with you guys. I think I want them gone by the Bruins game on Saturday.
There you go.
There we go. Friends, any other sports news we want to talk about?
I got
Wow.
nothing.
Raptors.
No? Holy
Raptors
shit.
won their first game at home.
Hey,
It's been almost 2 years since they won in Toronto.
Yeah, it's been a while.
it's been a
You know what I'm
while.
saying? No. No. Oh, this is gonna
Game is
end.
not approved.
Yeah, no, we'll wrap this ticking time bomb up. I swear I'm a great mom. He just knows when it's podcast day, and it's
course.
like I'm gonna cause trouble, you lady.
TFC didn't lose tonight.
Hey,
fine.
that means they tied, doesn't it?
That is correct.
Ugh,
There
soccer.
was, when I was looking into hashtag scandal, there was a little one about the women's soccer team that their coach for the, I believe it was the under 20 women's national soccer team, was also shown, I believe, abuse. But as soon as it was found out, they kicked them out, and all of the players stood together and basically were like, "We will not play if this person has a job."
Beautiful.
So, Tyler, you win. Soccer players are.
I think
Are you wearing a Mason hat?
the fans are the worst in specific countries about racism and
yeah.
all that. They are the worst.
Well, I was told Newcastle fans are pretty racist.
Are they? Interesting.
Yeah, because they got that new owner, the MBS, the freaking guy who killed that reporter.
Oh, Jamil Khashoggi?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun.
Mhm.
You want to throw your support behind that guy who
Yikes.
killed a journalist? Yeah. Okay. No one news. We'll end on a fun scandal note. Please visit us at Scotch Sporting, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. I would
YouTube.
say remote YouTube. I also, when I said Twitch, meant to say TikTok,
Of
but
course.
my mid-30s brain has blocked that word
TikTok?
from my what's the vine, the longer vine.
Long vines.
Talking to a doctor today about MySpace.
Nice.
I got my back burned today. Should have talked about that at the top of the show. Having back issues forever, have a thing that'll never go away, and the only solution is basically to insert searing hot needles and burn my nerves into oblivion.
Oh,
So my back's still broken, I just don't feel my back anymore.
Lovely.
great.
Kids, don't play sports, is the moral of
There's
this.
the answer.
Because even amateur sports, are you pooing? Even amateur sports will result in terrifying injuries. He squeezes his whole body and just he's doing. There we go. Okay. Thanks. Visit us. Please leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts or where you listen. I haven't asked for that in a while. That would be super nice. Turn to one human being beside you while you listen to this and say, "Man, this is fun. Listen to these idiots."
Yes.
Yes.
And don't do the thing. But thanks for listening, everybody.